Okay, so that's it for this episode. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Modelling Novice and the next episode in my maintenance series. Now I've got this lovely little Bachmann Ivatt 2MT that I bought second hand on eBay a while back. Now unfortunately, when I bought it, it did have this little person, who's now unfortunately lost a leg, in the driving seat. However, as you can see, it is no longer there. So we're going to fix that back in place, give it a little bit of a quick clean and service. It seems to be running alright, but at really slow speeds, this dirty wheel here is causing it to derail at very slow speeds. So first things first, I'm going to clean all the wheels. Pony truck wheels, I should say. Yeah, look at that. That front wheel has picked up quite a lot of dirt. Look at that. Absolute filth. The other side a quick go. Not that it particularly needs it, but it's always good just to make sure the driving wheels are already not spotless, but they're not particularly dirty, so it's not a major concern. I'm not stalling out over points or anything, so I'm pretty confident that all of the wheels are picking up as they should. Now I will also add that this model would have originally picked up from the front pony. However, unfortunately, the wires on it have snapped, and I can't be bothered to try and resolder them, especially when the main driving wheels are all picking up and all don't seem to have an issue. Now it's done, start look at taking the logo apart. Get the body off. Couple of cross-headed screws either side of the rear pony. Reveal our split chassis. Now this is very common old Bachmann design. So essentially, electricity comes through the wheels, which are completely solid. They are each insulated by a plastic axle, and then it's picked up through the one half of the chassis and transmitted to the motor. Now, that does make fitting DCC in these quite a bit more complex, but as I'm running DC power, that is of no concern. Before we do that, might be better if we take off the base plate, give everything a quick clean. I want to try out this that I've just bought. So this is a slightly conductive lubricant that means that I shouldn't have any issues when I come to run. Because it picks up where the axles sit, as opposed to wipers on the insides of the flanges, your running surface is also your pickup surface, which I think is a rather unfortunate poor design quirk. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I completely forgot about the brake rigging and one more screw being hidden. There we go. Just like that. So as you can see, this here is the wheel surface. Both acts the bearing in there, your plastic axle as an insulator. These are known to crack and fail over time. I think lovingly known as Bachmann disease. But you can get 3D printed replacements nowadays from a number of places online. Despite the dirt, I was still picking up reasonably well, so quite pleasant. So yeah, just around there. Yeah, for this to still be picking up really well, don't really need to do this, but as I'm applying a fresh lubricant, I'm going to anyway, just to make absolutely sure all of those surfaces are spick and span. Driving wheels. That were more difficult to get to because of the motion. But I can see from my point of view, it's quite clean and clear. Get in and under and through that. Realign everything. Making sure our gear is all in its appropriate positions. That does take a little bit of delicacy and finesse. And as you can see here, this axle has split, although I actually super glued this back together. Probably something I shouldn't recommend you do. Having said that, I've had no issues, but it would have been better, because now that axle is permanently in place, and if anything happens, I can't remove the wheels to replace any of the axles. So let that dry a second. What I'm now going to do Slight drop. Each axle. Onto each bearing surface. You kind of wish that was into thinner nozzle, but it is what it is. Oh, right then. Also, just gonna give the inside of the keeper plate a quick wipe as well. Give the base keeper plate back on. Brake rigging is very fiddly. Unfortunately, plastic is a little bent and unforgiving. Hate it. Ease it back into shape. Good. Brake rigging back on. Yeah, where's that come from? More things falling off this. fiddly bit I really don't like doing. I've had this apart once or twice before. So, right out of the way. Oh, what the hell was that guy? I can't remember now. Okay, it's all good. So now we can refit the driver. That's still back in place. And yeah. Actually a little mark there, which indicates exactly where his leg went. So I think that was deliberate. In which case, that should go there. Good blob of glue. A little bit of time. Carefully. Not to disturb the driver. I'll secure the body back on. Probably should invest in a cradle, but last thing to do. I'm going to put a bit of my normal locomotive oil the motion on the outside. Oops. There we go. So, that's that done. Let's get this onto the track. Okay, that's it for today's episode. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you want to see more of me butchering this, or if you want to see me build my first ever layout. Hence my name, Modelling Novice. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.